We turn now to the latest on Lavabit, the encrypted email service once used by National Security Agency leaker Edward Snowden. The company abruptly shut down last August. In a message to his customers, the company's founder, Ladar Levison, wrote, "At the time, I have been forced to make a difficult decision to become complicit in crimes against the American people or walk away from nearly 10 years of hard work by shutting down Lavabit." Lavabit founder Levison appeared on Democracy Now! Last August in his first television interview to discuss what happened.
It was a very difficult decision, but I felt that in the end I had to pick between the lesser of two evils, and that shutting down the service, if it was no longer secure, was the better option. It was, in effect, the lesser of the two evils.
What are you facing? When you say the lesser of two evils, what was the other choice?
Unfortunately, I can't talk about that. I would like to, believe me. I think if the American public knew what our government was doing, they wouldn't be allowed to do it anymore.
Lavabit founder Ladar Levison on Democracy Now! Speaking last August. Well, earlier this week, a federal judge unsealed key parts of the record detailing the government's request from Lavabit, freeing Levison to talk more openly about what happened. So Ladar joins us now from Dallas, Texas. He just wrote a column for The Guardian, headlined "Secrets, Lies, and Snowden's Email, Why I Was Forced to Shut Down Lavabit." Ladar, welcome back to Democracy Now! Why were you forced to shut down Lavabit?
I was forced because I went through what I can only really describe as a show trial in secret, and at the end of which I was forced to turn over the keys without even being given the opportunity to defend myself or change the circumstances that led to that disclosure. I just felt like after going through that process and learning everything that I had learned and listening to the prosecutors tell what I can only characterize as bold-faced lies, to use the strongest language possible, it was impossible to trust them with the kind of access that they were demanding. And the only option I had left was to shut down, either that or, exactly like my letter said, become complicit in what they were planning, which was the mass surveillance of all of my customers.
Well, Ladar, why don't you walk us through this? How did it start? When did they first contact you? And what were they seeking from your company?
Certainly. They first contacted me in May, although it was unclear at that point who they were targeting or what the investigation was about. Even the agents who contacted me didn't know at that point. And it's quite possible that that initial contact was related to another investigation. The key meeting really occurred June 28th of last year, when they knocked on my door and said that they were expecting a warrant to come through any minute now. It arrived on their BlackBerry, and they forwarded it to my email, and we proceeded to have a 2 to 3 hour conversation. And that was the pen register trap and trace order. And it was in that meeting that they first demanded my SSL keys.
And explain exactly when this was and how this relates to Edward Snowden.
Well, this was the end of June. It was a Friday evening, about 5 o'clock here in Dallas. And, you know, they had just earlier that month issued